play, none of that. And if you's a lame, you can't hang. All of that. You feel me? You hear me? I hope y'all do. This is gonna be one of my longer streams. I ain't gonna lie. It is 8:30 in the morning where I'm at right now. Listen, I ain't getting no sleep. I ain't slept all night, y'all. I've been up listening, re-listening, analyzing. 'Cause this is real hip hop beef right here. This ain't scathing. This ain't no revealing children who can be the most scandalous. Oh, is there a way? Try down a little bit. Let's get the first pitch out here. And I wrote down notes.
0-1 is the count.
This is not all off the dome. I wanted to do a timeline of all of the major diss tracks. I know there's a lot of them. But for those of y'all who don't know what I'm talking about, Joey Badass did a cipher, if you will. Jesus.
Hey. 0-1.
Fuck. God damn it. We almost had it, boys. There we go.
Nope. One ball, two strikes.
Yeah, Joey Badass. You know, January 1st, he dropped the rulers back. Kind of made it be known that there's a lot of, there's a lot of West Coast glazing, if you will. There's a lot of West Coast glazing going on. His words, not mine. He's even more
One ball, one strike.
more direct than that.
Hey.
And I mean, did the cipher, the Red Bull cipher about, I'd say about a week ago. About a week? No. Longer than a week ago. It's about. Get him out of here. So yeah, 11 days ago, on May 13th, Joey Badass, Big Sean, and Absol did a Red Bull Spiral freestyle, and not gonna lie, Sean was rapping. Big Sean was rapping. Everybody on the freestyle killed it. Absol said the 47 still on his tricep. And then Joey gets on and he basically says, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and call out Kendrick Lamar, Daylight, and if these guys don't respond, anybody in the West Coast, like, y'all could get it too. It don't even matter.
Ball.
Oh, shit. To double play.
He's out.
Oh, he's safe. Okay.
Ball one, no strike.
There we go.
Ball. Ball. Exercise.
Oh, he gonna walk him? Or is he about to start giving me something about to actually swing at? There we go. No.
Out of there.
What a save. So yeah, Joey takes shots at Daylight, TDE. He says anybody in the West really could get it. Nat prompts Rayvon, I believe a day later to drop Pro Era. This is Joey Badass and Pro Era, obviously. And this, it wasn't nothing like, it was kind of light, I'm not gonna lie. Talks about Joey's numbers.
Yeah.
He says Joey's last hit was in 2017. Get his ass out of here. He had a couple nice bars. Rayvon did. He said, "Why you going after Dot? You think you Pac-Man?" That was pretty fire. Now this is in the very next line after that. The very next line after the Pac-Man bar, he said, "CJ Fly is like 40 and he on drugs. Clickbaiting for the honeycomb. Get your own buzz." That was fire. He says, "Skeletons in my closet playing Bone Thugs. I'll put the whole Pro Era." He was barking. I'm not gonna lie. But it really wasn't hitting like that for me, I guess. He made the claims that he was writing for Joey's baby mama.
Hey.
may or may not be true. This is why is Joey on TV and his homies using CapCut.
Don't let him score.
There you go. That's out of here. That's me lacking with a slider. Sir.
0-1.
Get that good placement.
Hey!
Let's go.
0-2.
Hit him with another little slider. Oh, that's terrible. I hope he don't hit that. Let's try and throw this four-seamer. It's not going to be a fast one, but just got to get him out of here. None of the knuckles yet. Clean up. Put some points on this board. Ooh, did that fall? No. Fuck. They got me. It's terrible.
He's out.
You gotta let at least one go. You calling that?
0-1's the count.
I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy. It's all good. That's out. Did you not be not hitting that? Good 3 easy outs for them. There we go.
He's out.
Get him out of here. Not the best pitch we could have thrown out there, but
Oh, that's
it's
inside.
gonna be alright. Back on track with the fastball.
Hey! Ball 2.
But yeah, I mean,
2 balls, 1 strike.
says CJ was 40. That's gonna come back to haunt him. Talk about more of that in a minute. And then in the closing bar, or one of his closing bars, he said, "You let Ice Spice become the king of New York," and that was it. I mean, other than that bar, it was kind of meh to me. I'm not gonna lie. He said Joey ain't had a hit since 2017. Well, like, tough to really define what a hit really is anymore. Like, maybe it's just my old age, but some of these quote-unquote hits we getting ain't hitting. It's not from some of these new artists. Yeah, the Ice Spice becoming king of New York, that was gonna that hit a couple heartstrings. Not gonna lie. So then Joey Badass drops the finals.
You're out.
You gotta make them work at least a little bit for it. Fuck.
He's
It's okay.
out.
Be alright. Just gotta lock in. He's throwing him right down. There we go. Oh, he's throwing him right down the fucking pipe. Oh, I fucked up. That was a bad play on me. I'm not gonna lie. That was a bad play.
Aye. 0-1.
It's an error. It's definitely a double.
Aye.
If nothing else. There we go, Jackie. Get him out. So after Rayvon dropped Toe Era, Joey Badass dropped the finals, which was pretty much a response to Rayvon, but he also had some daylight name flips in there too. He told Rayvon he's crashing out over someone who wouldn't let you in the house, said he didn't even have K-Dot's number. He said sugar in your tank, but you ain't no sugar Rayvon. He said Gavon keep punching up with them pillow hands. You ain't no Riola. He said you ain't no Ray Liotta. No matter how much you made, man. Hey, Joey was in some pockets. Joey was in his pocket and running everybody else's in the West, or at least Rayvon's with that one. But overall in this, he was running pockets in the West, and he was in his own as well. I know what I'm talking about. So he's active and he's acting. That's something only him and Pac would know. Like, that's hard, bro. I don't know, though. 50-50 might have something to say about that. 50 might have something to say about that. But that's neither here nor there. So again, I mean, who willed this? He said it's the finals. He said it was game one. So it wasn't, I don't know how many games. Maybe it was a sweep that he anticipated, but I don't know. The West got some points on the board. No cap with some of the responses. Daylight, a day later from the finals, dropped Word to My Mother. And that's how I would assume that's how that's pronounced. WRD to MIMBA. But Daylight was barking on this one too. And this was Daylight entering the chat. He told Joey waiting on a reply from Ken. Oh, I doubt, Mark, you couldn't kill Kenny from South Park. That's a hood story. Like, okay, I like that. And then he said that he's Trey from Don't Be a Menace. He's Trey from Don't Be a Menace punching on all these badass kids. Like, Light was really in his fucking bag with that shit. Let's go. Fuck that. I'm taking that double this time. And if you throw it down the pipe again, chill out, cause he know what Hank Aaron do. That's Big Bang. Hank the Tank, baby. Okay, he throwing balls. Unless he throws a strike now, which let's see what's cracking. If I fucked up.
That's the ball.
Thank God. Could have gone either way, really. That's not me. I can't just see him dumb shit like that. Jesus Christ. That's on me. Okay. Ooh. Throw that shit down the pipe. Tag up. Tag up, baby. Tag up. Perfect. That was a little line drive heater that he gave us. Fuck. That's out. It was a good swing, though. That's all I could really ask for. Getting close. Stick to it. I have to start. Throw a simple knuckle. There we go. Low slider.
All one.
That should have been a strike, but alright. I don't know how that's not a swing. Then here's where things kind of get interesting in this disc from Daylight, because he references he makes a reference. He said, "Time to dust them. We ain't friends, so the bullets come in diamonds and dozens." And then, so it's a reference to Dime a Dozen, who is a former Pro Era member, and they fell out with Joey, and he did not leave on good terms, like A-La Soul, aka Aaron Rose. Kind of threw shots at him in the Pro Era cipher a while back, shit, years ago. So these this is one of the first references that we'll see towards like something that happened. You would have to really be in the know about Pro Era and the history of the group to really catch. I didn't catch it at first, so I had to re-listen to it. I ain't gonna lie, I used Genius for some of these, because it's just like there's so many entendres and layers to some of these bars. It's crazy. It's like putting together a puzzle piece, which I don't really fuck with like jigsaw puzzles. But this is my kind of shit. But he later follows up with that reference talking about he split with Donovan, kept the chain, played for your kid crew, sacrifice, you big goof. If the world knew what they knew, they jump off a bridge too. Now again, like for a lot of like fans of like pro era Joey, the lore of Joey Badass and pro era, they at surface level, this sounded kind of like a Capital Steez reference or a diss or something like that. And but if you really know, if you knew like me, uh, if you know how Capital Steez died, he didn't jump off of a bridge. He did tragically commit suicide, but he took his own life by jumping off of a building. It wasn't a bridge. Just clearing that up. So, and Daylight is smart enough to know some shit like that. So he wouldn't just say something like that. And we would later find out what that was in reference to. He would explain it, and I'll get to that more in a minute. But Daylight and Rayvon stepped up. So on some true like WWE like wrestling type shit, Joey Badass brought out like a surprise tag team partner. Like we all thought this was gonna be a handicap match. Nah. He brings out Loaded Lutz.
0-1 the count.
Killing me with that curveball, I'm not gonna lie. He's on one low, one high. Okay, yeah, that's out. That's out. My bad, y'all. Gotta lock in when I hit. I'm not gonna lie. I can pitch no problem.
Nope, outside.
Throw that in there. There you go. Screwball is tricky. Oh, still gets it. Let's go. This will probably be Bro's last inning. Then I'll bring in a Roldis.
Ball 1.
Roldis. A knuckle and then a fast. There we go. Yeah, Joey Badass brings out Loaded Lutz for his response called My Town. And he gets right into it. He questions some of Daylight's battle antics and some of the comments that he's made in the past on Vlad TV.
That's a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Because there have been, man oh man, there have been some questionable antics from Daylight throughout his battle rap career, despite him being one of the best, if not the best lyricists to make that argument. And I wouldn't really look at you like you fucking crazy out there. You feel me? And this is this is a lot. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna go bar for bar. I'm just picking out some of the bars that I liked and some of the references that I picked up on. But Joey Badass references or says he ain't war ready. He's more ready for Comic-Con. Talking about Daylight. 'Cause Daylight is a big comic book fan, always referencing like obscure video games, like not just like popular ones like Street Fighter and shit like that, or Mortal Kombat. He has a tattoo, the spawn marker, the marker of spawn tattooed on his face. Like, bro's low key inert, no cap. You ain't a killer, but don't push him. You feel me? Get that out of here. Yikes. Two on base. Wait, what the fuck are you doing? They both stole. There we go. Sorry, Lee. Oh, fuck that. Fuck. God damn it. Get him out of here, boys. Alright. Elias, I'm not really expecting much, I'm not gonna lie. And then what? Joey said Ravon was so last week. Now I'm hearing about some guy named Ash Cheek talking about AZ Chike. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Ooh, what a fucking grab. Their fielding is on point. Can't even trap. What do you got there? It's okay. Start it up, boys. Keep throwing him down the center like that. I'm gonna catch one. There we go. Told you, I'm gonna catch one eventually. I don't even really want to steal. Only because I only got one more out. It's a terrible swing. I'm not gonna lie. Ricky averaging 357.
Oh, that's it.
Come on, boys. Way to stay alive. Hitting us with that curveball. That's too fast for us, though. Oh, jeez. That's a terrible swing. Should not have swung at that. Here we go. Get that out. Let's go. weird. I mean, the AZ Chike to Ash Cheek name flip is diabolical work. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Ball, that's out.
There we go. I thought it was comical. And he's like, that's kind of all you gonna get. I truthfully, I didn't even know who Rayvon or AZ Chike was until this beat through. I mean, I guess AZ Chike was on GNX. Could I tell you what his verse sounded like? No. And then Joey closed off his line by saying, or his verse by saying, but trying to take a bite of the apple is forbidden. Biblical reference. You're gonna see a lot of those here too, but Loaded Lux hops in and starts doing his thing. Like, oh my goodness. He said, this ain't about good kids and badasses, referencing, obviously the Good Kid Mad City and the Joey Badass. He said this is light work and my aura is on Aurora Borealis. Like, okay. Bro was spitting on that shit, and then he said, for the record, we ain't talking songs and albums or performing ballads. I think he says bench press or rhetorical talents. Your swipes at me ain't valid. Like, Lux was really rapping on that shit. Rapping his ass off. We're getting into crunch time. We gotta start doing something. There we go. Tragedy strikes. Alright, Vlad, I'm gonna need you to knock this shit out the park. He throw you a good one. That was not a good one. There we go. Someone line drive. Okay. Now I know this is probably gonna be an easy out, but who knows? Elias, he might. I'm not gonna give up. I'm still gonna swing with you. It's over. You tried. Good job, buddy. Get him out of here real quick. Yeah, Lux finished off with saying this is end game. Joey lighting you up. Brothers is playing with your name. Which, I mean, with all the name flips and daylight, and UV, and the ray and daylight flips that Joey and Loaded had coming for him, bro. Like, yeah, they was the definition of playing with somebody's name, bro. Flipping that bitch like a pancake type beat. Oh no. Nasty work. Yeah. Familiar sound. Colorado Rockies fans booing. There we go. Cannot get that curveball timing down. This motherfucker's only thrown like 28 pitches. Can we get to 30? Can we get out of this inning? Hey, I'll take it. Trevor Story took this. There we go. Okay. Throwing the most egregious balls I have ever seen in my life. Tried. Tried to knock that bitch out the park. Oh. Just a simple out.
Now Bada, center fielder.
All right, boys. Come on, Hank. If I get on that just a little more. It's out. Oh. Okay. Not today. Not gonna catch me lurking. Fuck. Nice slider. Yep. Wait, I don't know what the fuck they just asked. Oh. Yeah.
Your attention, please. Now, number 73. Ball. One.
There we go.
The right fielder, number 10, Gary Sheffield.
God damn it. It's all good. Let's go. Come on, boys. Oh, shit, no. That's terrible. Not be swinging at shit like that. Okay, there we go. There we go. Run, Ricky, run. Safe at third. What a fucking hit. Oh my goodness. Okay, now they got the relief. Oh no. God damn it. That's on me. Swinging at everything. It's out. Oh, wait. What? Do I gotta wait for him to tag up? Word. That was a disgusting loss. I'm not gonna lie. That was an absolutely disgusting loss. We might have just lost to like the worst team in baseball. But we get a day off and rest. Wait, what? I'm trying to hear none of that. Alright. Let's play the full game. We're still at home? Okay. Yeah, why not? The alt homes. Now I'm really tempted to play like a created stadium. Nothing too crazy. Nothing with some spaceships or nothing. Okay, the field at sea is pretty crazy. You know what? Okay, we at home. I'll just decide later. We got clear skies. We got Bumgarner firing it off. Everybody healthy. Oh, wait, hold on, wait. Oh yeah, they got all this fucked up. Hold up. Alright. Definitely do something like that. Actually, no, I kind of fuck with Ozzy being the leadoff man. Mays is about to be the center fielder. Vladdy, of course, about to be first baseman, but he's not gonna be last. Oh, that's right. There we go. Okay. That's the one. Right here. Right. Willie Mays center field. Ricky at left. Hank Aaron at right. Okay. Let's get this. Game 2 started while we talking about the game 2 and 3s because, like I said, after Joey Badass and Loaded dropped My Town, Rayvon responded with GoldenEye. And before I get into what I really didn't fuck with, he said, Pro Era don't got hits. He said, Electrician Hoey out here flexing with his power checks. That shit was kind of fire, even though, like, the Hoey and Joey name flip is like some elementary level type shit, but that I give him that. I give that one to him. He said the Prody tucked his tail in the Troy Ave beef, and let's just talk about that for a second. Just because this was a very scathing beef. Or a very scathing line to a very scathing beef. And you see, this is why you can't beef with some people, because then they want to bring up dead people's names and dead homies' names and stuff like that. It's like, when the objective is to be, like, who is the better lyricist, who got the better lyrics, who got the better pen, not who can be the most disrespectful. I think there's a line. You can be disrespectful and still have a good pen without having to resort to, like, low-hanging fruit of, like, people that aren't here to defend themselves, or people who are outside of the beef, like attacking people's family members that have nothing to do with anything. Like, I could see if it was like some street beef or something like that, maybe nothing is off limits, but like Pro Era was never really like a street crew like that. Beast Coast was never a street like crew, or like there was a rap group. It was a movement. They didn't have gang ties and none of that. Like, y'all want to beef with street dudes? Go holla at Rowdy and them. That's like the problem with beef sometimes, and you even see this, like, just not with hip hop, but just in general with people. They be knowing who they could play with and who they could mention and shit like that, who they could do certain shit to. You feel me? Ain't no, like, you over here talking about Joey ain't sliding for steez and none of this, and it's like, bro, he got back on wax. What did you want the man to do? Like, Yes, did Troy Ave say some distasteful things about Capital Steez and shit like that? Yeah, but it's not like Joey didn't respond. Steez was so loved by the whole New York shit that
Batting third.
Flat Zombies responded. Other people that was outside of Pro Era responded to Troy Ave. You even had people like Styles P that was like, bro, that shit is whack. And I think the even wackest part about shit like that is Troy Ave really did have street ops. He was in street beefs.
1-0.
He was in shootouts with podcasters and shit. Like, bro is out here doing some nut hot boy shit. Trying to prove himself and shit.
Batting fourth.
So I don't understand how people still be criticizing Joey for, and I get it, it's a rap trying to assassinate Joey's character. That's what you're supposed to do, but I never understood that because Troy Ave really wasn't out here trying to diss his main ops on songs like that. But nah, he was mentioning Steez and them because he knew there was probably going to be lesser repercussions in that. And the craziest thing about all that is, where's Troy Ave at now? That motherfucker ratted and he still went to jail. Am I wrong? Am I capping? So who really won that? That motherfucker get to tell his celly about how he dissed Joey Badass's dead friend. Odd flex, but okay, you feel me? Like, so I don't know. That this shit didn't really hit like that for me. I know West Coast motherfuckers was eating up. The beat was nasty. I'm not gonna hold you. The beat for GoldenEye was absolutely disgusting. I liked it. He said, Rayvon also said Joey couldn't get a verse from the HOV. He's at Diddy House putting his back down. Couldn't get a Grammy. Said, fuck it. Put me on the casting couch. That's the type of dick licking shit. That's the type of dick licking shit you should be rapping about. See, again, this whole Diddy angle don't work for me. And even now, the whole like implications of like Joey had something to do with Capital Steez's murder, his death, or like trying to make it seem like Joey murdered one of his friends for fame or sacrificed him and shit. Like, that shit is, because you can't have it both ways. You can't simultaneously sit here and say that, oh, he sacrificed his homie for the fame, and then claim that he's been a nobody for the past almost decade. You can't have it both ways. Buddy just been in his lane rapping and acting, mainly more on the acting side, which is cool.
He's out.
There we go. Yeah, I didn't see how, like, none of this wasn't hitting for me because it was all like, this shit, I know this shit's not true.
High.
Mediocre name flips and I mean, he's saying that Joey rich, but his crew broke. I mean, it's, They still riding for him though. Like they must not be too broke if they still, riding for dude. He must not have left him too high and dry if they still
The right fielder.
backing bro up in a battle. But we'll get to that here in a second. But yeah, I truly didn't understand the whole tucking your tail in the Troy Ave beef, and Troy Ave entered the chat. Where was you at? This and that. How that beef even started, if you really know, like, because I was there when that shit all happened. I was there before Troy Ave snitched. He was on fucking Power 105 talking about his spirit was whipping the foreign and shit, and then he dropped that whack ass New Pac album. That shit was so ass. And at that time, and it's crazy because he was actually like before Dave East was really dropping. I think even that might have even been a little bit before Griselda came along. But like they was looking at Troy Ave like he was supposed to be like the next like New York street dude that was gonna go like make it big. And to me, like Troy Ave was always trash, dude. That's just my opinion though. He might have been loved in New York, but motherfucker was a definition of locally loved. Because I ain't never heard nobody outside of New York talking about, yo, play that fucking Troy Ave, B. Play that Troy Ave, son. If we really talking about it, who Brody he was beefing with? Casanova 2 times. Casanova was a better rapper than Troy Ave at that same time. And then you had other dudes like Dave East come up, who a better rapper, better lyricist than Troy Ave, better beat picker, beat selector, whatever you want to say. And that whole thing stemmed from Joey saying that somebody just outsold one of the pro era members outsold Troy Ave, which was true. And Troy Ave said, "Well, your friend killed himself, so he's gonna burn in hell." Which, I mean, if you're Christian and you believe in that kind of thing, I guess that's kind of true, but also in the Bible it also says only God can judge. So, again, wrong. And again, like to me, you was around Diddy, or you said you was at the party, so you had to be a part of something, and we got evidence and videos of you and this and that. Like that shit don't do it for me. That fake evidence and that fake shit. Unless you got it, motherfucker, don't talk about it. Just drop the shit, or drop the shit on, or before or after you drop your song. Don't tell me in the song about this scathing shit you have, and then you never drop. This motherfucker Daylight said he paid 2 Bitcoins. We'll get to that in a minute, but he's talking about he paying 2 Bitcoins for a video with Joey, bro. That is, first of all, that's nasty work to even go searching for something like that. How you even get in contact with somebody like that? That means you would have to be in contact with the same people that Puff knew. I don't know, or people of that ilk. But I digress. Like I said, the whole Diddy angle, like Diddy has been in pictures with every rapper from every coast. Trying to say anybody who's ever talked to Diddy is guilty of what he was doing it's a massive stretch. Pause.
Ball, no.
Oh, and then actually, he in bringing up Troy Ave, he also brought up
Out.
Tekashi. He said before Ice Spice there was Tekashi. Where was you at?
Third baseman.
Which is actually a fair point. Tekashi at one point, and unfortunately, was the hottest thing in New York at one point.
He's out.
But that's kind of how it shifted. That New York, the new New York generation or whatever, didn't want to hear bars and lyrics. Ever since Bobby and them dropped with Rowdy and GS9 and all them, it was that New York drill shit took over. And then you had dudes like K-Flock and Pop Smoke pop on that like wave. It was less about bars and making a 13 to 18 track album with 3 or 4 skits and making it a cohesive body of work. Motherfuckers just wanted to hear about blocks and chops and ops and shit. You feel me? And New York really ain't got nobody to blame but themselves for that.
No.
That's what they wanted to bump, and that's what was popping in New York, supposedly the mecca of lyricism.
Out.
Or they wanted to hear some ass popping music. Shout out Cardi or Ice Spice.
That's a strike. 0-1.
So yeah, he for all intents and purposes, he do got a point there. New York was, and even now with the New York drill wave, they stole. I've been said this, that New York ain't been really original for a minute. They stole the drill sound from UK and even took the name drill from Chicago. Y'all took that whole grimy UK drill sound and made it y'all own with a whole bunch of like Kanye-esque samples. Which again, they were already doing that anyways too.
Be right. Be right. No ball.
But again, it's funny how like they would, or it's not funny, but I find it crazy how people have no qualms about mentioning Joey's dead friend, but I guarantee you they would never ever play with fucking Bobby Shmurda or Rowdy Rebel like that, or try and talk to, even mention him like that. Talking about motherfuckers who ain't even really on that like soft type shit. Like that shit is crazy to me. But you go around the way and fuck with motherfuckers who is really on that. No, you don't want to go across the street. You want to pick on the motherfuckers who you know ain't gonna fight back. That's weak to me. Y'all want to rap about shit like that, sliding on blocks and shit like that. Y'all know who to rap at and who to rap to, but y'all don't. Even with the GoldenEye, he continued that last time we cared about Joey was 1999. He said if he aim at his Big Apple, it'll change his New York state of mind. He said, I know a guy from Brooklyn side that said you run from real demands and wouldn't slide. Why? And you see, again, I feel like maybe this is something that maybe I just picked up on because I heard it a couple times. But I feel like this is another dime a dozen reference. And this is just me speculating. Because Daylight a couple months ago dropped a song called Hi You or He You. I think it's a reference to like an anime or some shit, but you never really know with this motherfucker, so. Dime a Dozen did a remix to it using Daylight's verse and then just adding his own verse to it. And I find that interesting because he's saying Ray Vaughn is saying that he knows a guy from Brooklyn side that's giving him info on Joey. Ain't nobody that would really be close to Joey like that or would have been close to Joey like that unless it was somebody like Dime a Dozen. I can't think of nobody that would be saying some shit like that, especially because Dime a Dozen hasn't had really positive things to say about Joey at all. I don't think ever. Even when they was in the same group. And really, some even question if some of Capital Steez's lines that may or may not have been referencing a rift with Joey might have been actually talking about a rift with Dime a Dozen. But that's a whole nother further speculation. There is a whole, I feel like a whole Capital Steez iceberg that motherfuckers could, a rabbit hole to just go down. Despite, him dying so young and so tragically. A lot of mysteries surrounding. He's a very mysterious figure in hip-hop almost. Like, kind of was not in the right mental state of mind during his last days. And that leads to a lot of questions of, who was around him. And, why did he ultimately do something like that at the, almost as if he was, at the height of when they were about to, like, blow up, if you will.
One ball, one strike.
But to me, it's like, why? Again, this goes back to why would Dime a Dozen or anybody on that matter, anybody on Brooklyn side who has given Ray Vaughn this information that they were mad at Joey for not quote unquote sliding for Capital Steez whenever Troy Ave dissed him. If that person felt so strongly about it, why didn't they go do that shit themselves? See, that's that bullshit, bro. You talking about motherfuckers will talk about what everybody else need to do and how people should respond to certain situations. And truthfully, everybody reacts and grieves differently, brother. Like, they didn't have no prior beef with Troy Ave. Troy Ave was obviously trying to get under his skin during that whole encounter. And again, like, just the whole keep bringing it up, it's just like, it's almost cringe, bro. That shit happened literally almost 10 years ago, I want to say. Like you bringing up a decade old beef, and the man who you're saying like punked Joey or whatever, or why Joey didn't slide, the man is in jail, and he a rat. Got on the stand and testified against motherfuckers. Like, what are we talking about? And no, I don't think everybody who gets on a stand is a rat. But when you follow a certain type of code and you carry yourself a certain type of way, and then you get on a stand and you point motherfuckers out and you tattletale, yes, you a rat, dog. You a rat.
Leading off for the Rockies,
And just if I could sidebar a little bit, for those dudes agreeing with Young Thug that Kid Cudi is a rat for testifying against Diddy, y'all are sick. And for anybody trying to cape for Diddy or say like, oh, what is Diddy guilty of? And I don't know what he'll be found guilty of. Well, the man is on video assaulting somebody. Oh yeah, go home, go home, go baby, let's go. Wilson Contreras with a RBI double. Let's fucking go. That puts us up. We still ain't even got one out yet, so we got a little flexibility here. Oh, that's on me. It's okay. Do that sinker. Oh, and he's out. I should have known that's Wilson Contreras is slow ass. He wasn't gonna make that shit. So again, I took a little bit more time than I anticipated talking about the GoldenEye, but it's probably one of the ones I had the most listens to because that beat that beat is fire. And and the shit he's saying, like, don't get me wrong, it sound nice. The way he rapping it sound real nice. But then, like, if you know what he's actually talking about, like, it don't add up. It's a bunch of, like I said, it just sound real nice. He's saying a whole bunch of nothing. It could, because then at the end of the whole thing, he says that Joey, or he tries to insinuate that Joey Badass is hating on him because he's young and up and coming. However, those words, like I said, would come back to bite him again. Keep this in mind. Rayvon called CJ Fly 40 and said that he was on drugs. Now he's trying to say Joey is hating on him because he's now the new and he's up and comer and he's the new young guy on the block. Well, then you have the West Coast regulators mounting up. No Diddy. Pause. Because CJ Fly dropped Stingray. Nick Caution dropped Die Another Day. And what's it? A Lost Soul. I think he's going by Aaron Rose now. He dropped a diss as well. It called it Stockholm Syndrome. Now, the the Aaron Rose or A Lost Soul uh this I honestly I wasn't a fan of it. I could probably get into the synopsis of it once I get through these notes that I actually have because CJ Fly dropped Stingray. And this is kind of like Daylight alluded to this in one of his previous diss. He said what comes after the body flies, which is pretty much him saying that CJ Fly was going to come in and try and cape for Joey once this shit got out of hand or whatever. But I mean, and this is kind of facts. But he did not disappoint. Let me tell you, CJ Fly did not disappoint, y'all. Now, if you look it up on Google, or at least when I looked it up on Google, and you look up Rayvon, it says he's 28 years old. However, if you go to his Wikipedia,
Too low.
it says that man was born on September 15th, 1993. That man is about to turn 32 this year. Which CJ Fly actually said, bro. You said I'm 40, bro. We both 32. What are you talking about? What are we really talking about here? One of the lines he said, you really just, he said, you really believe in divine because you pray, which is a crazy flip on Daylight's name, Devon, and then the pray instead of him praying, Rayvon is the prey, like how a predator preys, type shit. But he also offered, he said he could write Rayvon's verses like Jay-Z did on Still Dre. Hey, New York, been influenced the West Coast for a minute now. And Joey wouldn't be the only one to bring up Daylight's antics. Let me just say that. I'm hitting this bong and don't want to just be ripping the shit in y'all's ears. Hold up. Smoking a light pack. I heard that's somebody's best work. Now it's Drake and Joey's best work. That light pack. Just playing. Uh, uh, but CJ Fly then continued with his diss saying that he's saying, telling Daylight, how are you calling us sus when he said he would fuck Puff. And this is true. Daylight in a DJ Vlad interview almost verbatim said those words. And he then doubled down, I believe, in Daylight's song, what is it, Pink Dresses and Choppers or some shit like that. Yeah, Chopper in Pink Skirts. I'm sorry. Excuse me. The Chopper in Pink Skirt song by Daylight actually doubles down on that. He says it again. He tells Young Thug, because apparently he dissed Young Thug for some clout a while back. Which again, this is, Daylight's antics have gotten him, question marks throughout his career. Oh, okay. We hit this fastball. We might. Call it. Middle of the sixth. I have to get these boys warmed up. Both of these still tired. So let's see what we going. Warm up. Jose. Oh my goodness. Run, Ricky, run. Can he make it to third? Oh my God. I honestly didn't know. 5 triples. Let's go, Ricky.
Number 46.
All right, let's go, Willie. That's out. It's out of here. Willie, that's out of here, buddy. Let's go. Yes, sir. Big fly, baby. Ah. We out here. Watch that all day. The fuck I'm talking about.
Ball.
Yeah, Daylight was on some such shit for sure before all this popped off. But then CJ, he stayed in his pocket though, cause hold on, I gotta pause for this. No pause, but cause he's in his pocket. He said people thought that Daylight would be a challenge cause he famous from battle rap. But CJ came from Moors and Pharaohs that traveled on camelback. How you still in denial when I'm flowing like the cataracts? Give 'em beats like battle cats. Like what? Like, hey, that boy CJ was spitting on that. I swear. Oh yeah, that's tragic. I should not have swung with that. Yeah, I don't know. That pro era does this. This whole came from the pyramids and shit like that. Like, and the way he put all that together, man, stop it, bruh. That's hard, bruh.
One strike.
Yes. CJ went crazy, and then, like I said, Nick Caution dropped that same day. Talking about die another day. And again, he says Absol was sitting next to Puff, but that don't fit the rhetoric, huh? Which is accurate. Because, like, everybody got a picture with Puff. You a New York rapper for the last however long, bruh. Since the 90s. If you a rapper from New York, you probably taken a picture or been in the room with Puff. A lot of these industry artists, like, does that mean that they was going along and doing what he was doing? No. Some of them did. Oh my Giambi. Yes, sir. Oh shit, homie. I gotta walk back and tap that, man. Pause. Hey. Hit him with that little wave and shit. Okay. Oh yeah, we cooking now. We cooking shit. Yeah. Get somebody else in.
Number 25.
Ooh, okay. Vladdy. Yeah, everybody gets a hit. You're not fast enough to make it the third, Vladdy. I know it. Hey, we done going through the whole cycle, goddamn near. I already need Wilson Contreras to fuck it up. No, this is a fire game. Let's go. Go home. RBI double. Let's go, Mickey. Oh, that's late. That's late, and that's out. My bad. Oh, he's out. It's okay. That's my bad. I tagged up too late.
Yep.
Man, we got this game in the bag, so we could just pretty much smooth sail this motherfucker. But yeah, Nick Caution started. I mean, Nick was going crazy, and he said, "How the top dog got a bottom feeder who will never what it means to be King Vaughn," which is a play, of course, on King Vaughn and what's bro's name? Ray Vaughn.
The first baseman, number 3, Jimmy Fox.
What else he say? He said, bro said, ain't the king of LA Slovenian? Now this could have, some people said it had two meanings, but I think it could have three, and I might be reaching on the third, but so the king of LA, he could be referencing Luka Doncic, who is Slovenian. He could also be referencing the LA King player Anže. I don't know his last name. I'm not going to cap with you. I don't watch hockey like that, but they call him the Slovenian King of Los Angeles.
Ball.
Or what he could be talking about, since everybody want to be making these basketball references, is Nikola Jokic.
Ball.
Oh no, actually, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Jokic ain't Slovenian. He's Serbian, and I'm from Colorado. I should go ahead and scratch that out my notes. Thought about that. But then he continues. How is he worried about freak offs when he literally made the Freak Bros anthem, which has nothing. I thought it would be not what it was. I didn't think it would be the theme song to a TV show, but it was a clever play, a clever play on words for show. But one of his best lines that he had was he said, "We built something and you joined something that was already built. You could never know how that feels." Like, bruh, that talk, Nick. You correct. Rayvon wasn't no original TDE member. He wasn't no Black Hippie or Isaiah Rashad or shit, SZA. He wasn't on none of that. Gotta, that's Mickey Mantle. Just gotta get out of this.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us for the traditional 7-minute stretch.
And he said, "I'm closer to Joey than you are to me." And I mean, he mean that lyrically, and it could also mean like friendship wise, and it's also like a Brian Scalabrine reference. Because he used to tell motherfuckers like, y'all call me trash, but I'm closer to LeBron than y'all are to me, bro. Trust me, y'all can't just walk out here play professional basketball on the level that I do. Stop playing with me." Ricky almost hit that motherfucker out this bitch. I just choke up on that motherfucker just a little bit. Throwing him high too. I mean, fuck it. Even if we don't score another run, we about to win by at least, 8. I don't see them scoring again. Especially with who I got coming in.
Out.
But then Desi Hines also chimed in see, he didn't drop his as a YouTube video. He dropped it as a YouTube short, which is very odd to me. But hey, however you want to drop your shit, brother. I guess shorts get more views or something like that. I don't know. But that's why they're called shorts. Drop like a 3-minute short, bro. That's not a short. That's at least a mid.
Sean Green.
No ball.
Desi Hines, I mean, he had some gems in there too. He was talking about, what happens when you curse God in Allah's house. Beast Coast move like the mafia. Active or not, we still dropping you. Like, he said they punching pros better punch air than punch Pro Tools. Like, bro, quit being mad and get in the fucking booth, dog. Don't know what he want to hear about your hollow threats and none of that.
Your attention, please.
He said me and Jovan is sending Rayvon to synagogues. And he even said he's still cool with the black hippies. Schoolboy and Absol. And he said, I bet that won't change. Like, bro, this is not going to change friendships or how people look at each other. Like, this is supposed to be friendly competition. And I mean, some people took that and knew they rolled. For example, if I'm gonna throw in an honorable mention, wasn't really like a main part of the beef. But Danny Myers came through and had one of the best tracks and if nobody knew who Danny Myers was before this, that's Bar God, baby. The fuck you talking about? Look him up. One of the greatest battle rappers of all time, period, point blank. One of the greatest pens we've ever seen. It's not even a question. Bro said he could be God and gangster. Even the Pope is from Chicago. This ain't a 20v1. It's a 20 in 1v hopping out of Tahoe. Like, that shit was cold. He said he done raised 10 kids. He knows all about badasses, this is facts. Danny Myers got a whole bunch of kids. He said he's a bar god. Take him to church. He said, and the Knicks only made the finals because Tatum got hurt. He said, don't let a single line get overlooked. It's a unibrow. Nah, what got me was because I'm a sucker for biblical references and shit like that. I ain't even gonna cap with y'all. Bro really said, in a world of Pontius Pilate, you gotta keep your conscience silent. Like that shit hit. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Or stop it. That boy Giambi. I knew. I said he throw one more in this box. I'm gonna keep that motherfucker. Oh God. No fucking way. Hey. Wilson, you know, if you go 1 for 4, I'm happy for you.
Ball.
Danny Myers also said if he'd been loaded for 20 years, he never shot shit because, you know, half of his disc was for Joey and then half of his disc was for loaded. I mean, bro was really barking. I ain't even gonna hold him. Danny was really barking on shit.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Milwaukee, number 12, Jordan Hicks.
Bro, we are swag. Let's fucking go. Hit second. Both of y'all go home. That's a 2 RBI double. 2-run double. Yeah, bro, smack that shit. Alright, come on, man. You 0 for 4, buddy. You, like, usually you one of our... There we go. Like our best batter. Goddamn. Statistically, I don't mean, like, all time. And I had that motherfucker. Let's go, boys. Get out of here. Go home. Go home, Mickey. Oh! He not fast. I should have just kept him at third. That's on me. It's okay. Even if he gets Willie out here, he gonna have to contend with, what is it? Jackie up next, and then Hank, and then Giambi. Yeah. Even if any of them get a hit, then he got Vladdy hitting after that.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for the Rockies, number 74, Felix.
And then there was another kind of sidebar disc that, I mean, I wasn't really like, I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't impressed by it, but like from what I seen in the comments, it was kind of split between the West Coast eating it up and like the East Coasters kind of being like, this shit ain't it. And to me, being 50-50 down the middle, like, again, I am not East Coast biased. I put Pac over Big. This isn't about that. It's about bars. And bar for bar, AZ Chikes disc to Joey. I didn't even bother writing the name of the disc down because I didn't even bother. I listened to it 2 or 3 times, and his flow, everybody in Cali either rap off beat like Blueface, or they try and do that like little Draco or Drakeo flow, or the K-Dot flow, because Kendrick kind of took it and ran with it, revolutionized it. So he kind of came in with the same little like West Coast flow that everybody using. Gotta be more unique than that. fucking with Joey, I guess. I wasn't impressed. But he said something about everybody from TDE got put on, and you the only one out your group that still makes songs. Which okay. And then he said, why does Joey think that he could leave and come back? Does he got a lyrical miracle whoop your ass? Like if this was on stage and he said that shit, I swear to God, bro would have got booed the fuck off the stage. Unless he had his homies there to like, hype him up.
The Bada. The second baseman, Chase Utley.
No ball. One strike.
But then after those disses dropped or whatever, then Joey dropped. Actually, before Joey dropped, before I go into that, Daylight dropped Ayo. And he claims that there's a tape of Joey that they paid 2 Bitcoin for, which, again, show us then, bro. You paid 2 Bitcoin for it. And you're in the middle of one of the biggest beefs that we've seen since the Drake and Kendrick shit. So, you're going to make it scathing. Make it scathing. He actually said some fire shit. I'm not even going to cap. Daylight said he'll body Lux in Times Square, go get a Dr. Manhattan, and then double down and said it takes 10,000 Lux to equal Daylight. Like, bro was dropping science bars, bro. Y'all was praising Kendrick for dropping these history bars and these history lessons during a rap beef. Daylight is literally dropping fucking chemistry, high school grade chemistry in the middle of his shit. Like, what? Or the science. I always shouldn't say chemistry. I don't think it's chemistry. It's like astrology, I believe is what it's called. Astronomy, astrology, one of the two, something like that. But again, failed science. That's not my forte at all. But he said he got Ray with the chopper. He show you the leader. He making again more science references or the lighter, whatever the fuck it's called. And he said the best Joe in NY got a L and the Ortiz behind it. That's fire because I fuck with Joel Ortiz. He don't get the love or respect he deserve at all. He said he's talking about body in the street, no name. What happened to John Doe in the reference to Loaded Lux's real name. Then he makes another like Lux reference. He said just take the L, you get X'd out. He said then it gets a little weird. He kind of goes off on this tangent, talking about a story about a dude named Joe trying to shoot him, and then transitions that into a story about him coming to Joey's house and killing his wife and holding his baby when he comes home. It is some crazy shit. I don't know. Uh, but that's the style of Daylight. He just an odd guy. So it was kind of cringeworthy. But if you know how Daylight raps, like I was just like, this isn't too crazy. Honestly, this motherfucker tried to take a shit on stage and rubbed his ball sweat in somebody's face during a battle. Like this dude, kind of being tame at this point. And then he also dropped Word Is Bond, which it's kind of more of an ode, I guess, to like Capital Steez and Pro Era and all them for being influences for like their generation of lyrical hip hop, and kind of goes into how his bridge bar wasn't about Steez, and it was about Ab-Soul, who attempted to end his life by jumping off of a bridge after he dropped his Herbert album, which he's talked about in some magazines before, stuff like that, which Uh, yeah, he even kind of doubled down on the line and said the suicide has taken the conscience, the bridge is truly over, something along those lines, and it's just like, yeah, bro, like some of the greatest minds, man, are still troubled, and I think I mean, Daylight of all people would probably know something about that. You know, he is a brilliant, brilliant artist in his own right, and some of the things he says and does may or may not get misconstrued. So I mean, he has trouble feeling disconnected, and he even says that that's one of the things him and Steez had in common, even though they never met. He felt connected to Steez because he felt unconnected like Steez. Like it was fire little like way of pulling that shit off and bringing that shit full circle. But he had some fire bars in that. He said, "You Jehovah Witness, you know you Jehovah Witness, you know, the holiday is forbidden, which is basis to holler day is forbidden to say his name even is forbidden, but it's a play on the word holiday. That shit was fire. But then Joey dropped Crash Dummy, and this is 5 minutes of fucking hell this man was putting on, bro. 5 minutes of hell, and this is gonna be my last one. I don't think I'm gonna start another game. Thank y'all for sticking with me this long. But Joey then drops Crash Dummy, and he revealed that Top Dog asked Jovan to put Rayvon on and basically like do a song with him or do maybe this is his version of putting it on, but he's rapping like K Dot with the voice changes and the cadence changes and the he said uh, he even mentions or references the Troy Ave beef. He said they forgot the last time I destroyed an average rapper taking cheap shots. Now they reminiscing over you like Pete Rock. I ride through that GL Smooth and Maybach. Like, bro, hey, when I tell you Joey was in his pockets, the West Coast pockets, this motherfucker was shotgun shook during this beef. He was tapping pockets, fam. No rap cap. Like, and then bro said, "I am. How am I your OG and you old? Ain't you older than me?" Type shit. Like, basically saying like, and this is even crazy because Daylight is praising him and seizing all them, and like I'm not even realizing that he's 40. He's like 10 years older than these guys, and he's praising them like, oh, like I'm looking up to y'all type shit, which is a crazy little like backtrack and reference. And he said, "This ain't a fair fight. This is a slaughter. You bringing up pregnant women, and don't you got a daughter?" Like, basically putting Daylight in check. Like, bro, like I thought we was just keeping it rap, and you out here like saying you gonna kill my pregnant wife and shit, bro. What the fuck is you on type shit? I ain't even say none of that shit, bro. We was dissing y'all, bro. We out here dissing family members now, bro. Like, and he's like, even kind of like politely checked him without being as crass, I guess. Don't you got a daughter? Like, get your affairs in order, type shit. Like, bro simultaneously checked him in a polite way and still kept it hip hop, like, and still referenced his daughter in not like a positive way, but just said like, bro, we could like we don't. I'm not even gonna go there, even though I could. Like, that shit is just like that's not me, bro. Like, it's not even a. Uh, I'm already beating y'all 1v1, bro. I ain't gotta stoop to that level type shit, which is like that's like a level of maturity in rap that we don't really get to see, and it's not because these guys aren't like uh these guys come from different backgrounds, like most of these drill and street rappers, but also don't most of the time live to see an older age to mature and realize, like, you see these older drill rappers like Tay Capone, who's almost, I think he's my age. He's 30 now, and Chief Keef, and they not even with the dissing no more. They realize like I think I even seen Tay Capone drop a post on his YouTube the other day talking about like, bro, I went out to like a baseball game and shit, and like his homies was tripping on him saying like, why you moving like that? And he's like, bro, I don't want to look behind my back the rest of my fucking life. Like showing a level of maturity, like of old age. Like this shit is the shit that we was doing, yeah, like in our youth ain't cool no more. You feel me? It's time to grow up and do more, not necessarily more mature shit, but just, shit that's not fucking shit that we were doing when we were 16, 17, 18. Some people don't even some people don't even start this shit or start that gang banging shit and start this drill shit until they're like early to mid 20s, which is late in in this computer and even in the gang banging world, because like life ain't long. Everybody be like the only two choices is a everybody says it's a death or jail. They need to put young in front of it. It's a young death. Everybody dies. Death is ultimately the consequence that everybody faces. But when you in like the streets and shit like that and you doing shit like that, the it's a young death that you probably gonna get. And if you don't die young in the street, then you probably gonna go to jail for a long time, and you might as well be gone and dead. Your family could still visit you, but you in a hole, bro. You in a box type shit. But I'm off my soapbox. But uh, he then Joey backtracks and references another one of his past tracks. Talking about I don't throw subs, I throw torpedoes that heat seek. I do this for the love of the game, and y'all think this shit is for fame. He said I do this shit for Big Pop and Pop Smoke. How many New York rappers gotta die on y'all coast? Which I mean, hey, that's a fair assessment and a fair line. But again, like it's not rappers die every day type shit, but it's just like rappers have died on all coasts, bro. Whether it be from some fluky shit or not, but like, uh, I mean, but he kind of do got a point. Like PNB Rock, Pop Smoke, Biggie, uh, all have different like obvious circumstances surrounding their death, but uh, the one thing they have in common, they all died in Cali. And it's not even to say that like it's not really to say like no rappers die nowhere else, but like Chicago rappers can go to New York, not have any problems for the most part, and vice versa. Texas rappers can go to New York. They might get booed, they might not understand at first or whatever. They might not have a big following, at least not back in the day. But now like Texas rappers go to California, or I mean like invite or Texas rappers go to New York and vice versa. I mean there's like rumors or whatever that Texas you have to check in or whatever with Jay Prince. But I ain't never the only rapper that ever died out there, um, which was recently that was out of town was Takeoff. Like Texas don't have that reputation like that. Memphis rappers are free to move about the country. Like Joey was basically making a point like why do rappers have to go to LA and have to fear for their life and y'all are supposed to be like the entertainment capital. And I mean, I think we know a big reason why at this point with the whole Big U trial going on and shit like that. Um, so I mean, it's kind of that kind of answers the question there. But yeah, it doesn't really make sense why rappers can't be safe in Cali and why they have to have some kind of big target or when people just be trying to chill. I'm just trying to eat me a burger and y'all want to try and snatch my chain or whatever. But again, that's when you're in an environment like that and you're not familiar with where you're at or who you're around, bro, like shit tends to happen sometimes. But it's been a crazy week. Daylight dropped his the last pretty much like the last song. He pretty much tweeted like he waving the white flag. Joey praised Joey for standing on his shit, and he kind of stood on that with this song End Credits. Talks about how conscious rap isn't as celebrated on the West like they do on the East, which is it's kind of true, but that's I mean at the same time that's also kind of changed because we've seen the West Coast get behind or get behind conscious rappers like a Absol, like a Kendrick. I wouldn't necessarily call Schoolboy Q like conscious, but he not like just your basic everyday average like trap rapper. Like Schoolboy Q got fucking bars. So I mean, we've seen, and he's a gang member. Like I don't think anybody maybe at first people was looking at Schoolboy, but like that. But even like J Rock, J Rock had hella support. And I mean, he's not again not necessarily like a conscious rapper, but he was supporting the conscious rappers around him. He had Kendrick in his videos. He was seeing talent. People like Top Dog and all them, despite them, despite California, you know, uh, doesn't celebrate it. They have some of the best lyricists like that have ever come out, and one of those guys is named Del the Funky Homo Sapien. One of the best conscious lyricists to pick up a pen in rap history, and again, just doesn't to Daylight's point, doesn't really get celebrated like that. But those who know hip hop know like motherfucker can rap. And I don't know, Daylight be capping on some of his shit. He tells us in the song he was with J. Cole and he made 300 tracks in 2 days and talking about how he's not ducking Lux. And then he kind of gives Joey like backhanded compliments, talking about how like he's proud like Joey was rapping in his pocket and he stood on 10 toes against the West Coast and shit like that. And you know, he says that Joey don't have no quotable lines in this battle. But you was just giving him props for holding his own against the West Coast B team in a sense, because it's not like I mean, he didn't go at Absol directly on a song. I mean, it was in the same cipher or whatever, but I don't really count that. He didn't go at Schoolboy, uh, or Schoolboy didn't really go at him. Soul didn't really go at him. Kendrick didn't really go at him. He didn't face like the 18. YG didn't step in and say, "Hey, fuck that blood." You feel me? Like he not facing like the best of the West. He's facing like I'm not even saying like the mid tiers. Just saying like Daylight's like if you know about him. Great pen work, but when you think of like West Coast rappers, they you don't think of Daylight. Not off rip. Think of when you say battle rap, you might think that, but or even West Coast battle rap, but Daylight don't even make albums or tracks like that. So or yeah, like don't even make uh albums like that. So, and then he's talking about how all the bloggers was calling each other, podcasters mobbing for supper. He said they fed the streets when they needed them the most. They could boast about the shit for a lifetime. AD1, that's the Christian time, or that's Christ time. God said, "Let light shine," so I'ma do it. Like daylight was really chef's kiss. Wrap this beef up. I'm wrapping this stream up. How long I been at this? 2 hours. Yeah, I would play another, but I gotta eat some breakfast. Shit, I ain't ate in a minute. I'm gonna eat, get my day started, and shower and shit and all that. Hope y'all have beautiful Sunday morning. It's been a great week in hip hop. And just if I could go back to the whole Young Thug and Kid Cudi thing, for Young Thug to call Kid Cudi a rat, just to let y'all know, of course, Young Thug allegedly is a criminal mastermind, just like Diddy. Of course, the Joker and the Penguin are gonna be on the same page with each other. Just saying. And watch all the people who is trying to cape for Diddy or try and defend him in any way, shape, or form. This ain't no smear campaign, dog. This man Kid Cudi, yo, tried to blow up Kid Cudi's car, and then J. Cole was like, "Nah, I'm not trying to take no more kind of car transportation, no more." After I snuffed him. But again, y'all have a great Sunday. It's been your boy A&T repping the game gang. It's been episode 54 of Ants Random Rants, and what I've been randomly ranting, but this was more, cohesive. Had some notes this time to help me stay on track. I might do that more often, but when I tell y'all it took me like a day to do this, to write all this down and dissect all these tracks, I ain't even do like a full dissection. Would have taken me forever if I did some shit like that, but a little 2 hour stream. Figure I cover this before, I might stream again, another episode, maybe maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow morning after this whole maybe the Knicks win tonight. Minnesota won. Now it's 2-1. Maybe the Knicks can make this series interesting, but if I don't know, the Knicks can't win at least one in Indy, this series might. I mean, this is looking real bad. It's looking real bad. I don't want to call it a sweep yet. I'm holding out. But again, I wanted the Nuggets to go all the way because I would like to reiterate I'm not East Coast West Coast biased. Like I said, I think Pac my number one all time, but I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all like Joey just didn't put belt to ass. Just dolo. Even if you take out the CJ Fly and the Nick Caution, Joey just dolo against all those verses, bro. Like he is talking his shit on wax. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. All three of y'all at one point. But again, I'm out. Peace.